Hey y'all, so if you hadn't noticed, we did get a new like channel art, like slash banner slash like matte design for the channel. This is the prototype. Like I am very happy with how it turned out. Obviously, like when I make more, like it's gonna have like the YouTube avatar on it, but I still have a guy working on that right now. But I'm very happy with how this turned out, and I felt like what would be more fitting than to do the profile of my last favorite deck, like one of the decks that like helped me like create the username, I guess, for the channel is ORFIST. Now, reason I haven't profiled ORFIST is because it really isn't where I want it to be right now. Obviously, there is some support cards that would make this way better in the future. I really wish they would give us a new world, but they just... like, it has been, let me see, it has been set 4, set 5, set 6. Yeah, well, set 6 isn't out in English yet, but it has been like 3 main sets that we haven't gotten a new world order, and I'm just like, Bushy, what you doing, man? Like, come on, ORFIST needs to eat too, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, like, I love ORFIST Regis. I just wish he didn't have a discard cost, and I have to build the whole entire deck around that discard cost. But knowing Bushiroad, what they were probably thinking was like, oh yeah, you know, you discard an order and then you rewrite again next turn and you can play that order you discarded. Yeah! Let's get into the profile. So for the worlds themselves, I'm playing 4 copies of Beyond Time, 4 copies of Eclipse Moonlight, and then 1 copy of Howling Lit Moonlight. The reason I'm not running as many, like, I know, like, this, I think the standard is, like, 10 or, like, 11 or 12. I really want to play, like, more, like, impactful unit cards. So, like, originally I was getting it cut down to 8, but I felt like, at times, it felt, like, a little bit too low. So I just, like, I cut out 1 unit card, put it back up to 9, and, I feel a little bit more comfortable with this, but, just slightly, like, a little bit more comfortable, but, yeah, we don't have like a giant I can attempt, like, if I take the ride line, well, not take the ride line out the way, but if I, can you see that? No, you can't see that. That's why. Okay, so let me move everything up here. Sorry guys, you know how I am. Like, I do this in every video, and I apologize. I believe in every video. But let's get on to the grade 3s. You play 3 of ORFIST Regis, the Persona Ride. This guy's actually quite expensive. Like, I think it's mostly just like fan base and the fact that like not a lot of people opened up that set where it was like, never mind, this looks ugly. Never mind. We're just gonna do it like this. I hate profiles like this because like I prefer to like showcase all the cards, but we're just gonna do it like this. 3 copies of Persona Ride. He's actually very expensive, which is very surprising because in my opinion, like the Zorga one is just infinitely better. Like, it really dumbed down the deck, or like not dumbed down the deck, but like made it like so you don't have to do backflips and loops to do your Alchemagic. Well, this guy, this guy's good. Like, it makes you multi-attacks, but, again, I'm not really a big fan of the discard cost, but, like, he's the best thing that ORFIST has access to right now, so we kind of just have to build the entire deck around him, but, he's really not that bad, to be honest. He lets you play 2 orders a turn. And then we're playing 3 copies of the Bison. I actually cut down 1 Bison to play 1 more, World Order card, just because there's a lot of times where, like, Bison would clog my hand, or I would do like Bison plays and I would have to like call over like the Bison or something else. So I cut it down to 3. I feel like it's a little bit better because you really don't want to use Bison until your turn 3, turn 4, and onward, and you really only want to use like 1 a turn. And then we're playing 4 of the Penguin Monster. Penguin Monster is like just very crucial in this version of the deck, just because to help you search those orders, so you could like discard them or like play them. It's very important that you see the Penguin Monster early, especially if you discard it off of ORFIST Regis. He's really only, we don't really have, there is Goldog, and I did do some experimentation with Goldog, but there's just so much counterblast that you use in this deck that like, I'm honestly okay with just having the Penguin be my only discard target. And then we're playing 4 copies of Thumberino. In my version of the deck, because I'm not like most people would play like two of the Eclipse Moonlight, and then play like 3 copies of Howling Moon Knight. And like in this version of the deck, I'm just more focused on getting out Shadow Over tokens for free, buffing them up, and this in combination with ORFIST Regis works very well in like clearing the column, since you're gonna call over it anyway. So that's why we're maxing out on Thumberino. I'm playing 3 of Bulbulmind, the countercharge of the deck. I wish I could play more copies of Bulbulmind, but like I said, like you have to make like some insane cuts in this deck to like be able to get it to like, not like in terms of like playability, but like in terms of like where you want it. And then 4 PGs, really nothing to say there. DPG, and then we're getting on to the triggers. Where could I put the triggers? Could I put the triggers right here and it'll make sense? Kind of. Let me put it right there. 4 heal, 4 crit, and then I am running 7 draw, and then 1 Brantgate over trigger. Now the reason that we're running the... Yep, that makes it better. The reason that we're running the 7 draws, instead of like 8 crit, 7 crit, and 4 draw, like I've tried all the trigger lineups, and this is just like in terms of like your shield is like still like weak, like don't get me wrong. Like I even tried like rolling playing the grade 2, what's his name, Cajun style. That's like a 15k shield, and it can intercept from the back row, and it's a 10k booster. That card's nice, but Thumberino's just nicer. Bulbulmind is just nicer. The Bison is nicer. The Penguin is nicer. Like, look at this, is like the tight-knit, like these are the cards that you can call and you can rot, or like, you know, you can call and you can Persona in the deck. Like this is like your actual deck, and then like we have the orders you need to play the deck. And then we have triggers. So, like I said, like you just really like you have to try and jam everything you want in there. But the reason for the 7 draws, like again, like it's very hard to try and facilitate his ability. You're discarding 1 card every turn, and when you play Beyond Time, this is like your power. This is your win condition, because you want to get like 3 to 4 of these cards out to just have your tokens super strong. And when you do hard play this, like it is just like inherently A-1, because you're just doing it for the power. So I feel like the extra draws are needed, and I feel like I'm running enough like high value shield to where it's not really that big of a deal. But in my opinion, this deck is, at least until set 6, where we get like some more good utility units to help us eat right. This deck is really not it right now. Like it does have strong pushes. Like if it does get into like a later stage of the game, to where it's like I got 4 of these, and then like I could basically call like 3 to 4 token units off of my attack, off my Vanguard swing, then yeah, like I'm obviously gonna win the game. But like the state of the Vanguard right now, at least in Overdress, is just, it's very fast paced. It's very fast-paced meta. The game is usually over by like turn 3, 4, like 5 maximum. We really don't get into like that grind game scenario unless you're playing against Prison, where this deck does have a really good Prison matchup, but the hand size is just really just not there right now. And that's like one of the things I wish could be fixed, which really wasn't fixed with like the new support. But you know how we do over here. We're just gonna try and make it work as much as possible. I think the deck in most scenarios is playable, like in a tier 3 sense. Like would I put Greed on over this deck? Honestly, I kind of would put Greed on over this deck. It sucks just because like Greed on is such a tank. That's why like I would put Greed on over this deck. But like again, like I said, what really holds this this version of the deck back is the whole because his ability costs you a discard every turn, it's very, like, surprisingly, like, one discard is just very harmful to you, and your hand size is generally, more often than not, just not there. But it's sad to say, 'cause this is one of my favorite decks, but that's pretty much the reason why you haven't seen much of it. I did do a playtest of, you have seen it on my channel, but, like, not me playing it, but there was one game where I did play it on my channel, and it was just, like, it was clearly just not there. But, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be showcasing off this baby, this new pristine mat that we have in the near future. Actually, tomorrow after work, I will be going to Locals to show this mat off. I'm still not... sorry. I'm still not entirely sure what deck I'm going to be playing, but it will be on this mat. So, later.